Hello everyone, welcome back to Thronebreaker, the first of the Witcher tales in the Gwent universe. We just defeated the bandits and are trying to free the help out the tax collectors and King Caldwell as Meve trains her Prince Willem to take the throne. I am currently playing as Meve, and I'm currently predicting that either Caldwell or Willem will betray me. We just destroyed the Sons of Sparta? The Strays of Sparta, which were a bandit group that was going after our tax collectors. Now I'm going to grab this, and let's move on. Boop-a-doo.
I do adore this prospect.
Yes, Lyria, the pearl of the north, with its hills and dales. Why, its beauty matched only by that of its queen.
After 3 weeks in the saddle, I've my doubts, Count. We shall pitch camp here. Our soldiers need respite. A spell of it they deserve.
I love the artwork that is done by CDPR. The art team is consistently one of the best. I've never played the Witcher games, except for this one and Gwent, but I have looked at their art books, I have looked at their art, I have been astounded by what they've made. So I will take moments like these to just gush over the rolling plains. Hit button on the left side. Okay. I like how they're going with the comic book style and showing swaths of ink during the transition. And I see that they're doing that because this is supposed to be a story told by a storyteller. So this is the ink going down on the page. It doesn't quite look like an old-fashioned sort of story. It looks more like a comic, in my opinion. But it's a very well-drawn comic. And oh my god, the artwork. Expand your army and give you access to important information. Most camp buildings can be improved in your workshop. These improvements will give you access to stronger units, thus easing your journey down the line. Ooh, okay. Yeah. Here you can build and improve camp buildings. To improve camp buildings, you must first collect an appropriate quantity of gold and wood. If this game does require me grinding the gold or the wood or some other resources, I will do that between takes and I'll let you all know. For your journey, you'll definitely need access to a regional map, but to get it, you will first need to improve your royal tent. However, I will try and beat the game without grinding whatsoever, if that option is available to me. Upgrade the royal tent to level 2. 1,000 gold and 50? That's fine by me. Thanks to your improvement, you now have access to the regional map, which you can open in the main menu screen. I'm going to be using that a lot in order to make sure that I haven't backtracked. The workshop itself can also be improved. With each subsequent improvement, you will gain access to a new, stronger units. Go to the command tent to view your army. Alright. Command tent. I'm surprised it doesn't show what the other tents are, but alright. Ooh, okay. In the command tent, you can create units and build your army from available cards. Okay. Improving this building will increase your army's recruit cap, allowing you to use stronger units. Okay. The cards currently in your deck are displayed on the left-hand side. Alright. All cards available for you to create and place in your deck are displayed on the main screen. Okay. You can gain access to cards by upgrading your training grounds and workshop, as well as through certain story-related tasks. Alright. Grayed out cards are available, but have not yet been created. You must first create them before you can include them in your deck. Your deck must contain a minimum of 25 cards while not exceeding your army's recruit cap. Currently, your recruit cap sits at 125 points. To create new cards, you need a particular resource, recruits. You can gain recruits at conscription posts, which are marked on the point with a helmet icon, as well as through certain story-related tasks. Alright, you've received additional resources to craft a Wagenberg card. Craft one now. Just get used to crafting, I guess. So, a Wagenberg, eh? There we go. Order. Damage all units on an empty row by this unit's armor amount, then lose all armor. Gain 1 armor whenever a card appears on this row. Okay, so this game is so far teaching me a lot about row management, and row movement. The Strays of Spala in the game are one of the few units that consistently move units, so I think that this game is teaching me to make a deck that I know is going to be bad against the Strays. You can now view and create new cards, or return to the main game screen to continue your journey. Okay. I have 125 out of 25. I don't see a need... Oh. I don't have... Oh, he's already in the deck. Duh. And here's Ordo. Gives 1 charged units with depleted order. It's actually slightly worse than he is in the game. And what the hell is this blitz thing to the right of human? I'm assuming that blitz will be important in the game, because it doesn't exist in the multiplayer. I love the Scytheman. This is a fantastic card for this leader too. Okay, like if I was using a leader that had a slightly lower cooldown ability, then these things would be flat out broken. But this is a damn fine card to use. I have no 7, 8, 9. Oh no, duh. And the Wagenberg, duh. I don't think that this is worth 15 recruit at all, but okay. A general rule of thumb is if you can get a number of points from the thing equal to the recruit cost, you should consider it. And if it's above, I would say 8. No, there's some exceptions. But at around 8 recruit cost, you want to include it in your deck if it's fundamental to the way your deck works. You can now take a look at your other camp buildings to familiarize yourself with their functions, or you can return to the main quest game screen to continue your journey. Okay. I want to see what the rail tent and mess tent do. In the rail tent, you can view the letters and maps you've collected so far, as well as keys and card fragments. The rail tent screen can also be accessed from the main game screen by pressing the netcat sack icon. Okay. If there's anything interesting there that I look at in game, I'll just turn the thing on, and I can include that as part of the recording. Letters. Royal Steward's letter. Your Highness, artisans from Grandibor have prepared a new tapestry pattern for the throne room. I've included an engraving of the design. You'll be pleased with it, I hope. A Centurion lion inherited from King Conrom I. Barred fangs offer stunning realism, and the ancestral sword of the Delens of Temeria appear as if forged in the very depths of Mahakam. I have no doubt it will prove Castle's latest masterpiece. We eagerly await your return, my lady. Gustave Perrault, Royal Steward. Sintra is the symbol of Ciri, who is pretty much the main character of the book. Temeria is another one of the Northern Realms. We're probably going to go at war with them later. They're always at war with someone. And Mahakam is the land of the dwarves. Letter from King Demaved. Ooh, he's playable in the game. Dear Meve, you've my gratitude for attending the summit. What luck we did not put off meeting any longer. From what my men say, armies on the march are kicking up a veritable dust storm across the Yoruga. Come what may, remember, you have my full and unconditional support. Best wishes, Demavend. So Demavend was a new character who's introduced to the multiplayer, and I didn't realize his significance. Maybe he's going to betray me. He kind of looks like a hedonistic asshole in the game. Let's see what he does in this one. Reports. Report Nilfgaardian movements. Noted increased Nilfgaardian activity in foothills of Amel Mountain and near Riedbrunn. Ambassador claims routine training exercises. Number of troops, quality of equipment indicate otherwise. Recommend strengthening border forces and tripling patrols along Aruga. Alright. Strasserspalda. Bandit group formed after revolt in dungeons of Spala castles. Mainly pickpockets, racketeers, cut purses, assassins. Armed with slings, daggers, instruments of torture stolen from Spala, headsmen's axes, saws, hammers. Cleverer and bolder than common bandits. Attack heavily armed convoys. Noblemen's mansions. Unable to determine identity of group's leader. Speaking in fragments. Alright. Nico's map. Alright, so the maps that are given are just for the secrets. Interesting. Let's go back to the tent. You talk with your companions in the mess hall, give them a little bit of time, and you may just learn a secret or two. Ooh, so this is the Fire Emblem screen where I get to ship all my units. Cool. Grey Rider. So I get to talk to Aragon.
A bit of respite, Reynard.
Yes. But if you've any new orders, Your Grace, I can be ready at any...
At ease, Reynard. At ease. Don't you find it wearisome sitting alone?
Your concern, I most appreciate, Your Grace. But I prefer silence.
Has it always been thus with you? Ever a man apart?
Quite the contrary, Your Grace. As a youth, I gloried in company. Delighted in conversation.
So what was it that changed you?
That delight nearly cost me my head. But do you truly not know the tale, milady? How I came to be your departed husband's aide?
I don't, but would gladly hear it.
I had but 20 winters behind me when I enlisted. Yet I was granted the rank of lieutenant from the start, not by merit, but by birth. The respect of veteran officers, both my peers and seniors, that they could not grant. Nor did I deserve it. To earn that respect became my driving aim. and to seem wise beyond my years, I began spouting off about the king's decisions. This maneuver Reginald botched, that he failed to think through, and yet elsewhere he blundered like a schoolboy.
Talk of that nature could only ever result in misfortune.
It was not long before I was clanking about in shackles. Another officer had reported me. I was charged with lèse-majesté. The court-martial took but a quarter of an hour to deliver verdict and sentence. I was guilty of treason, and the noose awaited me. But Reginald first stayed the execution, then ordered that I repeat every word I'd uttered about his person or deeds. Soaked with sweat, my voice cracking, I did as he ordained. Reginald listened, raptly and silently, and when I'd finished, he declared I was right. He then appointed me his personal aide. A clever lad like you, I can always use at my side.
Indeed. Though hardly sharp himself, wisdom in others Reginald both recognized and heeded.
It was then I swore two things. Firstly, never again to wag my tongue like a fool. Secondly, never to betray his trust.
And you never did. Know what he told me moments before he passed? Trust none of them, Meve. Save Reynard. The old sod was right about that, at least. I thank you for sharing that tale, Reynard. Truly.
So something that I notice with games like these when you're actually playing a third party, every one of these options is something that the character is thinking and would be in character if they were to say either one of them. So you being able to read all of these is a hint towards the character's personality. So let's proceed with this in mind, that every other option is actually a hint towards what's going on.
Alas, I've come to fear villain might simply not be cut out to be a king, let alone a good one.
A harsh judgment, your grace. Let's not be hasty. The prince is but 16 summers to him.
And is thus fully grown, the crown he should be able to bear at his age. Yet I left the land in his care for but a few months, and look what's become of it. Bandits roam and loot unchecked.
We might yet learn of mitigating circumstances, events beyond his control.
Would that it were so, Reynard. Would that it were so. Elsewise we must hope Ancaeus will demonstrate more wit than his brother. Though I see little chance of that either.
Ooh, okay. So she was thinking that Willem was not suited to be king in a previous conversation, and now she's bringing that over to here. So previous conversations can also foreshadow things that you can say in other conversations. And now I get a good sense of Meve, that she's a mother who is deeply concerned for her country and kind of thinks everyone is potentially incompetent or potentially traitorous. She's a militaristic queen. I must go.
Time I attended to other matters.
Alright, now let's see the Grey Rider. Oh, the Grey Rider is just telling me all about this stuff. Alright. Let's see if there's anything else to do with the tent. I've decided to get the Watchtower. It might be the worst upgrade possible, because I could just use a guide in order to get it, but this is my commitment to not using a guide, I guess. Not enough resources. Yeah, so I guess I'm going to go with the command tent in order to get the Watchtower. Let's hope that pays off for me. You can access your map by clicking on the compass rose icon on the left. Finally, okay. Interesting. Your primary task is marked with an exclamation point. See what awaits you next. Scroll through the map. Okay. A golden chest is here. You can just pitch camp. So I'm here. Ah, this is where I got the chest before. So we're up here. This is where I was before. I wasn't able to enter this field, so I need to go down here and go to the right. There's no way to get down to here that I can see, unless there is a way down here. So I'm going to try to go down here, see what's in this town in this area, and go down here, and see if that will help me out. I imagine that I probably won't be able to get through the forest, but I would like to try. Plains. Hello.
Is this what I pay taxes for? To be robbed along the high road, and in broad daylight, no less? Were it not for mandatory merchant routes and stacking rice, why I'd have gone round, through Sodden.
Ooh.
They told me. Lyria's a wild land, lawless, chaotic, a damn disgrace.
Very
Is
well.
this what I pay taxes for? To be robbed along the high road, and in broad daylight, no less?
Alright, I'm surprised you're not giving me a quest or anything.
They told me. Is this, were it not for mandatory
Alright, I guess he's not gonna give me a quest. That only took like 40 tries to figure out. Your army's morale can change. Neutral morale has no impact on your cards, whereas low morale lowers each unit's strength by 1, and high morale increases by 1. The army's current level of morale is displayed in the icon in the upper left. Okay. Changes in morale depend on your choices throughout the game. To increase it, make an offering at a wayside shrine. But remember, after a victorious battle, morale returns to neutral, so you must always keep an eye on it. Alright. Nonetheless, I'd like to try it out.
Gods have mercy. Whatever is this filth?
Necrophages. Drawn here by blood's scent.
For such vile monstrosities to prowl the high roads of my realm. I won't allow it. Attack!
I mean, you're a little too aggressive, no offense. The monsters might just be, like, kind creatures. Who were these travelers whose bodies now litter the road? They had the look of pilgrims who found misfortune after crossing paths with the strays of Spala. The bandits had slit their throats, leaving the bodies to rot under the sun. They'd likely have known the stench would attract the attention of flesh-hungry scavengers, thus exposing the next passerbys to a horrific death. Clearly this realization hasn't bothered them in the slightest. Okay. Unique cards will appear in the next battle. Okay. A trophy is a unique type of card, and you can have only one in your deck at any one time. Okay. Trophy will automatically appear on the battlefield at the beginning of the match.
Flogging broad daylight. With the heat positively sweltering.
Oh!
Have we to do with some manner of sorcery?
We shouldn't exclude the possibility, my lord. And great caution we must exercise.
Your rows are now covered in fog, which is just one of several row effects you will encounter. Row effects affect all cards on a given row and have either positive or negative consequences. In this case, I'm going to bet 2 damage per turn. Later on, you also gain access to cards that allow you to add similar row effects. Interesting.
Reynard, what is this? Some spectre? A strigger?
I can't be sure, your grace. It's the first I've seen of any such thing.
Destroy the highest enemy and boost all allies by that unit's power. Ouch. So I really don't want to boost him. So this is the first big question of Gwent, which is, what the fuck am I supposed to do? I would like to play this card and boost him up, but then he can just use his ability in order to kill it. Then boost all allies by that unit's power. Or I could just do this and, because he's gonna win the, this ability is so good, he's gonna win the round anyways. So I think it's just okay to play it.
This harvest will be reaping black-clad heads.
Just take it.
These carrion eaters. I know them. Appeared on my estate last spring, enticed by the corpses of those of my sheep that fell. Harmless at first. Until, that is, they fill their guts. Seemed to become quite powerful then.
Use Fortitude Tonic to boost the strength of one of your units. This is just stupid, but okay. Let's do this.
Fearsome they look, true. But they bleed just as we do. Onward! Slay the filth!
Please don't make me play the card. Okay, cool. Why won't you let me play the card? Alright.
Abolish to your command.
So fortunate we routed the beasts before they had a chance to gorge.
Alright, trophies will stay on the battlefield between rounds because it has the resilience ability, and it has permanent resilience. Yep. Which means it will stay for all 3 rounds. Awesome. Now I am really concerned, because he needs to use this ability in order to survive. So what units do I have left? You want to charge all units with the depleted order. Okay. Okay. Well, you're gonna win this round anyways. So might as well just let it have— oh! It doesn't regenerate. It usually regenerates. That's why I'm surprised.
Your Grace, yet more come.
They fill their bellies, man. This doesn't bode well. Oh no, not well at all.
This ability, even under cooldown, usually regenerates. But let's just use it now. I'm gonna lose this round anyways.
I'm a
Strong as steers they've grown, and they show no fear.
Frenzied, my lady. It's bloodlust. They lose all instinct to survive, feel no pain whatever. I've witnessed this before.
Your Majesty, we must give ground. Fall back. We can't win. Must minimize our losses.
Just like Meve, each enemy leader has a unique ability. Using its ability, the enemy leader destroyed your strongest unit and threw it to its necrophages as feed, which has made them much stronger.
My queen, there is no shame in ceding the field when fortunes turn sour.
If a round isn't going your way, it might be the best to pass your turn and save your strength for the next round. But remember, you can pass only at the beginning of your turn before you play any cards or used any abilities. Pass now to keep your cards for the next round. Okay, I'm glad. Okay, they taught you the main point of the game. Gwent is, at its core, a game about passing. And choosing the right time to pass, I would say. The pass mechanic is one of the most important mechanics in the game. That might not be as true in this game, but let's find out. Remember, losing just one round does not mean defeat. To win the battle, you must gain 2 victory points.
Victory must be ours now. We shall not retreat. Arms at the ready.
Yeah, and he can regenerate it in 2 turns? Oh my god!
There.
That's ridiculous.
Yet another abomination.
Ugh, that stench. My salts. Where are my salts?
It's just with Command Your Army, you should understand the synergies that exist between your cards. To get things started, play Wagenbergen on the melee row. The ability of this card becomes more powerful with each additional unit that is played in the same row as it. Okay. Cards that have the order ability can be activated manually at any time you choose during your turn, but only after enough time has passed since playing it on the battlefield. The icon at the bottom of the card will indicate when the ability is available to use, but in this case is 1 turn, I believe. During your turn, you can activate any number of cards that have the order ability. Most can only be used once, but the order ability of some cards can be activated multiple times in a battle. Yep, gain 1 armor. And I might as well use this. Can I not boost? Can I use my ability, please? Can I use it? All right. Guess I'm not using it. Would be a great time to use it now. All right. Oh, that one didn't regenerate. Interesting. Play an Arbalist on the melee row in order to take advantage of Wagenberger's ability to add 1 armor point to the unit. Okay. Okay. Use Wagenberger's ability. Works for me. This is not worth 15 points, not even close. Reynard's ability allows you to reactivate units whose order ability has already been used. As a result, you can use Wagenberger's ability once again. Play Reynard on the melee roll.
Her Majesty is exceptional.
Wagenberg can now be used again. Use its ability. Alright, for 2 damage. Bam! Alright, I could just pass now if I so desired, and I think I will. Your opponent has run out of cards and has a stable advantage. Your victory is assured, so you can either pass your turn or play out a glorious triumph to the very end. I think I'll just pass.
The beasts had the chance against us. Victory is ours.
I like the little dandelion that comes with it. What a glorious triumph over the monsters. And we'll visit that triumph again next time. Goodbye, everyone.